Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everything is well. I'm at the open house right now. There's no visitors, so I just decided to record this video. A lot of you, maybe who are watching, are in the beginning of your career and you're just trying to figure out how to sell 20 houses a year, right? 20 houses a year, roughly 5,000 per transaction. It's 100 grand. Not bad. Well, you have to split with the office, this and that, pay some expenses, but I'm gonna give you some tips on what to focus on and how to do and how to structure everything so you get those 20 sales a year as fast as possible. And pretty much no expenses, just your time, because you've got time, right? You're in it, you got time, you don't need to put out a lot of money to start this business, so it's okay to, to don't spend anything. So I'm gonna give you the blueprint. So I'm in 2022 recording this video, end of 2022, couple weeks left. This era is social media era. So you have to understand everything is built on social. Your business is built on social. You need to take the social media seriously. I don't care if you like it or don't. I don't care if you like to be on the video or to put pictures. You don't have Facebook, or do you have Facebook or Instagram? I don't care about that. You have to have it. If you, in order for you to have a good success and everything like that, unless you have a big database of people there and you're well known from, I don't know, maybe you had a lot of jobs in your career in the same city, in the same area, and you're pretty well known, you have a lot of people, then you can just make calls, contacts, and meetings and stuff like that. I started a business, I knew a little bit of people, not too many. So I'll give you this. First of all, don't spend any money. Get rid of your credit card, your debit card. All you really need is a couple business cards. Those are cheap, 30 bucks. You'll get probably like 500 business cards. And pretty much just gas for your car. And that's it, pretty much. You need to focus on one lead generation source, just one. Just little one oil well that's going to produce referrals. And, people reach out to you, clients. You don't need multiple. Once you start growing, you will have to add stuff. Like in the beginning, I was making a lot of cold calls. I was starting to learn how to do it. It took me a couple months to just get at least somewhat good. A couple months for me in the beginning to get over the fear. Then a couple months to get somewhat good. Then a couple months for me to start getting some appointments. Very long, but let's focus on what I would suggest, and then we'll go back to that. So in the beginning, what I would say, and you decide if you want to do it. You open up your Facebook page, you create a page, your personal, not the fan page, not the business page, your personal page. Forget about the business page. That's for running ads. That's later. You don't need that for now. All you need to do right now is to let everybody know that you're a realtor. So your profile picture, your banner, and your bio all has to say real estate all over the place. It's got to be professional. I'm a realtor. Nice picture. Everything's about real estate. Maybe a little tweak of some of your interests or related activities, or maybe some of your hobbies, or maybe some school that you went to, maybe some neighborhood. Something dropped in there to mix it up and have some kind of relatability is good. It's awesome. But it has to send a clear message. I'm a realtor. So you do all that, right? Then you put your phone number on the bio too. Important. Then you also say that you are hardworking, trusted, and everything like that in the bio. Then your feed always must be covered up with real estate, and somewhere in between you're gonna have some personal stuff, because that's also good to mix it up. Your number one job is to make sure that people that know you know that you're a realtor. Number two is you need to increase your friends list. If you have like 200, 300, 500, it's not enough. It's got to be thousands. So you start adding people on your Facebook. Who do you add? You add people who have mutual friends with your friends, okay? So once you start looking for some friends, Facebook start doing suggestions, and you see, oh, we have 5 mutual friends. We have 10 mutual friends. Add these people. Start adding these people, because if they see that we have mutual friends, they will add you too. And so now you have about a list of 1,000 people. You can get up to that for like in 2 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks. You can get up to it. Meanwhile, you're posting on your Facebook page. So in order for you to post, you need to start reading stuff. You need to know what's the interest rates, what's the inflation rate, what's the unemployment rate, what's going on with the market, Where's the biggest opportunities? What's the story about someone who bought something and they decided to cancel that they bought something better? Stuff like that. Once you start putting out and once you start showing that you were at the showing, you're doing something, you're doing stories that you're at the showing, you're at the office, you're training, you're doing this and that, maybe you can join some podcast or something. You need to start putting out content. Just every morning you wake up, like, what am I putting? What am I putting? What am I putting out? That's your goal. You will get to 20 sales. You'll start getting clients probably within 2 months or something like that. You'll start people reaching out to you. Remember, people will reach out to the one who is popping up the most, number one. Number two, they think you know your stuff. How do they know? Because you're gonna learn all the loan products. Super important. You need to know all the loan products. Why FHA is better than conventional. What's the ARM? What's the balloon? What's the cap rate? Can you buy multiple times FHA? Can you buy an investment with a lower down payment? You need to know all these things. You don't need to promise and tell the client you're gonna get that. You send them to the lender, but they need to see that you know your stuff. Same thing with title. What's the deed? How that transferred? Why the Cook County or whatever county has their name is spelled? Who pays for it? You're gonna learn that with time, but the more you learn now, the better you sound, the more professional you look and stuff like that. So you do all that, but that takes up a couple hours of a day, and then you start making cold calls again too. That's you're slowly building your oil number 2, which is not going to be the best oil, but it's going to be feeding the first oil as well, oil well. Because once you're showing that you're busy, you're doing content, you add people on Facebook, you don't even have to worry about the Instagram. But if you're pretty heavy on Instagram, do that instead of the Facebook. It just turned out that the Facebook was a little better for me, but I do both. I do both at the same time. But it doesn't matter. Do either one. I'm just saying the Facebook because you can add people, and if they click I'm your friend, they now see your stuff. Because Instagram, you follow them, not necessarily going to follow you, So it depends which platform is better for you. I picked Facebook, and it kind of was just organic. So you do that, and then you start getting clients. You'll see that you will be getting clients. After that, it's the technical stuff. You will be learning how to do all these, showing require and all that. It's just that you'll figure out. You'll become better and better and better with time. But you need to have a flow of clients. So and then you worry about the other flow. You start getting that going on. The video will be your best. And then I gotta give you another tip with the Facebook stuff. Also add yourself to a bunch of Facebook groups. I used to just find different groups. I would have probably like 50 Facebook groups, maybe even more. And if I put out content, I would share. I close my eyes and I would share to all of these groups. I don't care. I remember I was putting out my first video. I was asking my wife. She was girlfriend at the time. I was asking her, should I send it to this or maybe that? She said, send it to all of them. Send it to all of them. Don't worry. I'm like, all right, if she says that, then yeah, what am I, I'm a man, let's do it. So put it out. And a lot of people would be like, who's this guy? And I even now get this, we used to think that you were little, but now we see you're serious and this is all working out. You'll get people, you're not going to see those, probably bad comments, bad, feedback, but it's going to be out there. But you're going to have the ones that are liking it reach out to you who wants to buy and sell. So they're going to feel like, oh, it's working. And you're going to put out more. You're going to piss off even more people, but then it's going to bring even more clients. So it's worth it. You want money or what? So work on that. And then slowly you still got a lot of time in the day. It's going to take you a couple hours, not even more. Maybe if you're going to plan shooting big stuff, it's going to take half of your day or a full day or maybe even a couple of days. If you're planning to do interviews with restaurants, I've done those. If you can look up Chicago Suburbs Life on Facebook, then you'll see the videos I've done. Those are all done myself, and the couple last ones are done with a videographer. And I've done those and shared to a bunch of Facebook groups. And those are good because people reshare that stuff. But if you share some news, they're just hot news, people will reshare that stuff too. And it's free marketing. People are sharing on their platforms to their friends your stuff. How and that costs zero. All you need to have is just pick up the phone, drive, show, negotiate, all that. You got all the time in the world if you're beginning in real estate. So that's how you start selling 20 plus houses a year the fastest. This is This is the highway. This is the highway. The highway. And remember one more thing. When you go into like events, birthdays, housewarming events, remember, this is your marketing time. There's going to be people that are going to see your videos, probably, and then they're going to ask you, how's the market? And if you say, yeah, not bad, and that's it, that's all you're going to say, you're going to be smart about it. Like, it depends. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? If it's the buyer, this is what's going on, depending on what's going on in the market. You know, it's always different. But then you're going to also say drop some knowledge like, oh, recently there was this happening, so it might happen this and this. If that happens, then, you know, the inventory is going to drop, then the buyers, a lot of buyers, multiple. But then if this happens, then we might see a lot of too much, loan to value, not enough equity in houses. People going to be maybe, in the rush to sell, or maybe the financial situation is going to be increase in inventory. The prices might come down. So you got to be a little smarter about, asking how's the market. You got to be like a little bit answering the question, but then also popping up a lot of data. And so they see like, this guy knows more than me, so I got to work. Or the girl, knows more than me. All right, hope that helps. I got a lot of tips for you. Leave me a comment, and if you leave me a comment, I'm gonna make a video about it. This channel is small, so maybe hit the like button. Maybe subscribe, if you like what I'm putting out, and I hope to hear from you soon. Feel free. I'm open book. Find me on Instagram, find me on YouTube, find me on Facebook. Oleg Komar, Realtor, easy to find me. All right, guys, see ya.